Hey, how's it going? I'm Sean and this is Devlog 11 for Reaper of the Undead. Before I start, I just thought I'd kind of explain a bit why I was away for so long. I quit my job towards the end of March and I was super excited to work full time on the game, but I needed a break first. I was going to take a month off then get back into it, but things didn't really go to plan. Turns out working from home is a lot harder than I thought. I started working on it, but I was only putting in an hour or two here and there. I was still in holiday mode and never really got back into work mode. A bit over a month later, my friend asked if I could help with programming on his new game. He didn't really have anyone else, so I said sure, but I could only spare 2 hours a day to work on it. I soon realised that 2 hours a day was more of an impact than I expected. I promised 2 hours a day, so I had to stick to it, which meant that his game took priority. 2 months later, and I realised how long it's been since I really made any progress. This was kind of a wake-up call, and I knew I had to do something about it. So I sat down, took the time and planned a daily schedule so I could fit everything in and have dedicated time allocations. I work from home, so I had to plan when I was going to do cooking, cleaning, grocery shopping, all those things. Then I had to fit in when I was going to work on the game and when I was going to work on my friend's game. I'm not quite there yet in terms of actually sticking to it, but even just estimating what you're going to do and when helps so much. This is something you don't really think about when you decide to quit your job, but it's so important. If anyone out there is thinking about quitting their job to work full time on a game, plan out your schedule from day one. Don't do what I did. Anyway, I've been sticking to my schedule for the most part, and I've been making progress. A lot of my time this week has been spent thinking about how I can improve the game and keep players interested for longer. There was a video from Extra Credits I saw about differences in scale versus differences in kind, and it got me thinking, how does this apply to similar games, and how can I incorporate these ideas into my game? I still don't have the answer, but this at least points me in the right direction. Aside from that, I realised the full playthrough of the game took about 25 minutes. I also realised that I reached the end about 95% of the time. I know that not everyone will be as good as me at my own game, but still, this was something that needed to change. I want the start of the game to be welcoming to new players, but I don't want to bore the experienced players by making the start really slow and tedious. I also don't want people finishing on their first time. This is the challenge I've been working on, and I've made a few changes that I believe will help solve this. The first change is the difficulty scaling. Previously the highest stage was 25, now the highest stage is 10. I'm aiming for about 15 minutes per run, but if 10 stages is not enough, I can simply make each area slightly bigger to compensate. I've also made some slight tweaks to some of the upgrades to help with scaling. You can now only get a max of 3 hearts of health, and ammo capacity upgrade now only gives you a max of 30 rounds. The second change is to the rate at which the player earns upgrades. This is to help reduce the tedium that experienced players would have when starting a new run. You still earn 1 upgrade per stage, but now there's only 2 upgrades per attribute. This means you can get into the real action quicker. Another idea I had was to limit the choice of upgrades. The player can now only choose 1 of 2 random upgrades. This was actually a really good idea, and for a number of reasons. First of all, it's less overwhelming for new players, since they only need to decide between the 2, but it also makes it so you can't just find the best way to play and pick the same upgrades every time. One last thing I wanted to mention is the idea of adding a survivor enemy. This would be like a mini-boss. You'd only encounter them in higher stages, and they'd be just like the player, except since you're basically a monster, they'd see you as a threat and try to shoot you. You won't have to kill them though. That won't be part of the objective. All you care about is killing the undead and recovering the lost souls. I might even give the player a reward or some incentive not to kill the survivors, but that's up in the air at the moment. Alright, I'll end the video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.